play games. Do you really have what it takes? I guess so, I guess so. I guess so, I guess so. I am a queen, I need my king. You better not to sin. I think so, I think so. I think so, I think so. Okay, let me just be honest with you. I want you, want you, want you.
Hi my love, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruki. See, I'm using this opportunity to apologize to all my subscribers, all my viewers, everyone who have been supporting this page, because I know I've not been consistent, and then it's not even my fault, but that's not an excuse. It's a long gist, which I will give you guys much later, right? So welcome back to this tutorial. My name is Ruki again. First, I start by cleaning her brows because that's where I'm starting from before lining it. I just want to clean before I draw the pencil. So how far with this cash crunch in your area? Apparently, the CBN has announced that we can use old note, yet we still can't find it in the bank. I wonder why. I'm done cleaning her brows. I'm moisturizing her face with Vaseline. I want to create a dewy look and then also a sun case. So if you love the intro video, I implore you to stay tuned and see how we created this look. It's not hard. This is the simplest look you can ever get, right? I'm also moisturizing her face with Embrolyse moisturizer. I'm just using this brush to apply it on her face before I use my hand to walk it through. So guys, I was watching Eden's Glam, and then I heard her apologizing for using her hand to walk a product through her model in her previous video. I'm like, how? Why are you apologizing? I thought we are supposed to use hand, and she said no. They said no on YouTube. I'm like, I didn't get the memo. Anyway, I've already created this look before I watched that video, so I'm sorry. So first, just lining her brows. The cash crunch is not easy. I'm not getting cash, even though CBN has announced that we can use the old Naira notes. The banks are still not releasing them. I don't know about your area, so if you're not in Nigeria, you don't know how lucky you are. So finally, I'm almost done with the brows. I used Avour concealer in shade A60 in her inner corner. Now I'm on her brows bone, and I'm using Tara concealer in shade T07. I still remember that one. So I'm done, and I will use this brush to blend the remaining concealer. You need to blend so that it won't cake, and then at the end of the day, can ruin your eyeshadow if you don't blend well. So let me bring the camera close so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning the top of her brows. Basically, I'm not doing much there before I go into her foundation, Milani foundation. So I'm using this flat brush to apply it on her face. If you want to get a perfect blend, you either use your brush, a flat brush, to apply foundation. Make sure you apply it round before you start using beauty blender, or your brush. But to me, beauty blender is perfect for me, so I prefer beauty blender. I'm blending it through her face just to get that seamless transition. Her face is perfect with her neck, with her body. Just know your model tone. Now I'm contouring her face. I'll also do it the other side, and then on her forehead before I go into blush. I'm using creamy blush because I want to get that perfect blend. I use red lipstick, I use nude, and I also use a bit of foundation to get a perfect blend of what I want. So that's what we have on the blush part. So right now I'm highlighting her highlight areas with the same concealer I use on her brows areas. I'm using Tara in shade T07. Also setting it with Tara Power Book. I'm using her shade of powder before I use setting powder. You see that I use powder first before setting powder, so that these things will not cake under her eyes. So this is it. I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. Please, if you do, let me know in the comment section. Knowledge is vast. If you feel I left something out, you can also let me know. If there's something you're not clear with, let me know. If there's a video you want me to create, do let me know. So I've created her reverse contour. I wanted to do her eyeshadow on camera. I don't know what happened. The thing was just doing gigi. So I had to do it off camera. I didn't even do much. I used black eyeshadow and then a bit of powder in the inner corner. That was it, because we are creating a very seamless look. We don't want to do much. Now I'm dusting her powder, the setting powder, away. I have to dust it away. You don't press it in, you dust it out. You make sure you don't have it into her skin. So I'm dusting it out. All the areas have set. But before I set her face with powder, I'm also going to emphasize on her contour areas by using a smaller brush to dab her contour areas with a darker shade of powder. Now I'm setting her face with powder before I go into powder blush. Now I'm blushing her face, so you can see I asked her to smile. I'm blushing her face just to get that look we are trying to create, because everything was already looking bland, which is not bad. Even if after everything we're still going to get the same look, but I had to emphasize on this. Then I go over it with powder so that we don't have a harsh line. Whatever harsh line you are seeing like this is because maybe the camera, the lighting is popping everything out. There was no harsh line. There's no harsh line. So that when you blush, when you use powder blush, you and you don't want a harsh line, make sure you go over it with a powder. That way it gives you a seamless transition. So I'm going into her lips. I'm going to be using Tara product too. Yes, I'm using Ajebo and pepper them. Yeah, Ajebo and pepper them. As I was saying, I went AWOL. I've not been posting. I was inconsistent. It was not my fault. Just that, when you know this thing that you are more than something and then it's not coming through. Sometimes it's very tiring and then it's overwhelming. And the kind of content I want to be putting out there is I want it crisp. English. So I need the kind of content that I want it crisp, the kind of content that you want to push out, but it's not coming along. So I just needed to give myself a break. So I'm done with her lips here, right? And then I'm applying wet lip right now. I just find out that the lip is not popping, so my eyeshadow primer, I just use it to dab the center of her lips just to pop her lips out. And then I set her face with setting spray. That was it. It was awesome. So when you are more than something and then it's not coming through, it was overwhelming actually. So I just needed to give myself a break for the sake of my mental health. But right now your baby girl is back. Okay, I promise I'll be dropping content at least once a week. This is a beauty channel. It's Suruki Beauty and more. And beauty is more and more. Even if you don't get makeup, you get skincare routine, you get skincare, you get gele, you get different kinds of beauty on this page. So from now on, I promise I'm gonna be giving 100% content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly subscribe. Please stop watching and not subscribe now. Please, I beg you, support